Hello everyone, good morning. I hope all are well and very fine and free. Uh, Regularly I say this is mortgage reduction. Mortgage reduction always will give you new thoughts and idea. And today I'm going to say some important things. These things is very nice and interesting. So your success is hidden the English language. Your success is hidden the English language. Now, so I'll say to you, practice English language. How do you do your practice? How do you develop or practice English language? That's also I also have come here regularly for practicing. So now, my dear friends, every day, which day? So yesterday also I couldn't say. Um, I said yesterday something, but I couldn't say properly. Properly means also what happened. Sometimes so, poems so very sometimes we cannot explain our um, uh, sometimes we cannot some days we cannot, but it is not, I cannot explain my words properly because of that some of reason. And reason also now, reason, I also say one of word these words is like this: everything has a reason, we do nothing without reason. And reason, like this, so some words come into your mind. So how do you will use now? So yesterday also one of video I like this yesterday one of video I had seen. This video was some this video was like 6 minutes, and so one of guys said here, and I noticed this. And some persons they are also did uh, they they were they were doing their exercise, they were doing their practice, but they couldn't understand what is how they can build up their English language, English practice. Because of that, and English is like it is not our mother tongue. It is not our mother tongue. Our mother tongue is Bengali, or also we say in or we use this Bengali. So my son also made one video. His In his video he said accent, like so accent means also sometimes how we are using this accent, how we are using our voice. This is called this accent. Also I'm also using, like it's not this accent, I'm also using my own accent. What and how can I my I'm also joining my brain, my mind. What is my mind also? My mind knows many things. My mind knows many things. I'll tell you, I know many things. My mind knows many things. That's also I am joining her. Some also doing her some activities. That's also I have come here. So my son also said accent means like also accent is like your speaking style. Not this. Some of you say this phonetic sound. Um, I will say to you, it is not. It is depends on you. How do you observe it? How do you notice it? It is the main things also. Now, so if I say some singer, some any singers, he or she practicing like this his song, but it is depend on his mind, how which kind of way and which are tune he is using, but his own style. You also said before. Now, so I am so creating. I am so creating my passion. I am also creating my passion. How can I say? How can I use these are words like so? I'm so using now. Yesterday and some of days before, some days ago, when I come here, then so I couldn't like so. One of these exercises so you can do. This is mouth practice is very important for this English language. Not this English language, any kinds of languages. So you can think and you can speak with your own style. Nobody will say to you, you cannot say like this. Also now, so I also use one of words, and somebody yesterday I. Also, what to say? I also I hear something. Also, I got here. Some got like this later. I got some lighter on this track, and I said, just somebody had come here and they seated here. They seated here. If I also they sat here, and which are words will be the correct, and who will say to you it is the right, it is the wrong? It is not. Only the English language depends on you, and you don't wait for other people who will correct to you. It is not means you try to speak regularly, and you try to make unstoppable video like this. One of my matters was whose name is Zimron. Zimron, my matter said, Zimron, you 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 have to do like this thousand videos, and then after your voice, your intonation, your pronunciation, your speaking skill, your speaking style, all things will change after a thousand. You have to make a thousand video, then you will notice. But we don't know, this language is so very vast language, this language is so very complicated language, this language is very colonial language. Now, so I said only this English language will say only this confidently. You say in not English language will say to you why you are using these words, why you are using my words also. I'm so thinking like that. When you will learn this language, then you all are negative things you have to remove from your mind, and you have to remove now. Like I am also thinking my way. I'm also thinking my way, what people say and how I will learn. It is not their things, it is my things, and no person will give me nothing. And I said here, these are words I use, but who will say to you my word is wrong? My word is wrong. Who will say to you, who will, and why? Why they will say to you my word is wrong? So here is this another words also will come in your mind. Like also I'm so using these words. I'm also using tone these words. So every day, my dear friends, all of you, like also I will say our stories. This story's name is like this. Yeah, I also remember before these stories. You practicing English, when you will do practice, these are words, these are sentences, very very important. Now also one of repetition is the mother skill. Repetition is the mother skill. Now, and like also a skill of mother. Repetition is skill of mother. Okay, now so you say, now today also I will say to you some of quotes, some of incidents you can say to me, and where now I am now on the bridge. I am also walking, and I am saying to you something. So my dear friends, today also I have come here for practicing English. That's why I have been doing this practice for from 1.5 year now. So before I couldn't speak nothing. That's also I'll say to you. You also can practice. Without practice, you cannot say. Some of students will come, and they will it may admission in my institute. That's why some of times so we get we can feel demotivate. Then so English language, when you start to English language, then you will find out many things. Your thinking will come, and what you want to do in our life, what is the meaning. So now so I'll say to you one of stories. This stories means a very very interesting story. This story's name is the Villager and Spectacles. How I say this story, that's just like so observe me and you notice me. Once upon a time there was a villager. He couldn't read nothing. He didn't go to school. Always would see. He always would see to others people read reading stuff. He would say always so how other people read and write books with these spectacles. And he also thought, if I have the spectacles, I can read like these people. but he couldn't read nothing. Also, he didn't go never in school. But one day, whatever he thought and thought, I have to buy spectacles, and he went to the city like this. He went to the town, and he wanted the town, and he entered the spectacle shop. Like this, how we say optic shop. He entered the spectacle shop in, and he said to the shopkeeper, "Oh brother, can you give me?" The shopkeeper said to him, "Why you have come, and how can I help you? How can I help you?" The villager said to him, "Now, so you can say to me, you can give me some spectacles for reading and writing." And the shopkeeper gave him a various spectacles and with some books, but he couldn't read nothing. And then after some time, so he examined many things, but why not, I'm so my idea is not working, and how can I read? Then he said to the shopkeeper, "Hey brother, all are your spectacles like this useless. How can I, and why not I read? Why not I read these books?" The shopkeeper gave him a doubtful look, and what he and why he is saying to me. Then the shopkeeper very carefully gave him observation. Then he noticed one thing: the shopkeeper book was upside down. Then he noticed also, say, he noticed in his book was upside down. Then the shopkeeper understood his feelings and his activities. Then the shopkeeper said to, "My dear friends, I think no, here's another line." So the shopkeeper couldn't stop his laughing, and the villager was very shocked. "And why you are laughing?" And the shopkeeper said to him, "Now, my dear friends, I am thinking you why you hold your book also upside down. What is the matter?" Then I understood him. You cannot read like these others people. That's why. Oh, and then the shopkeeper said to him, the villager said to him, "Yes, I didn't go to school. I couldn't read nothing. Cannot read nothing." The shopkeeper answered to him, "I cannot read nothing. That's why I have come here for reading, for buying spectacles." I think my thought was that if I can buy if I buy some spectacles, I can read like these others people. They are also others people, so they are reading with these spectacles. Then villager, then the shopkeeper said to him, "My dear friends, you." What is, my dear friends? Shopkeeper said to him, and he advised to him, and shopkeeper said to him, like, "My dear friends, spectacles don't help you read and write. Spectacles help you to see better. First of all, you can go in your home. Then after you can learn something. Then when your eyes will be unable to read, then you can learn some of books here, and then you can buy some spectacles. The stories in here, like also I read this story yesterday, not as many times I read these stories now. So today also I remember many stories. One of stories I always I would say to my students, like these words, like these sentences. Every sentence you can speak, you can study with words. Like also some students are very important. Will say to others people, they will learn with this language, so they can develop your speaking style. So my dear friends, with the story only, this story will help you for better speaking. You can think with the story, and this story will be very important for you when you read, when you say this story. So another thing is that now, so I'm saying to you, these are words also very workable. And so now another story also, when I start to learning this story also, very simple story. Simple story is very nice. We are talk to others people like this simply. We cannot use these hours hard words all time. So now so one thing is very important. If I say to you now, you think which are sentences, which are important sentences you regularly you are using, and how do you find out your regularly sentences like that. So you try to in English, and so now so I am thinking like that. So today also one thing, so many types of many activities also I did before. How can I develop my speaking English now? So today also I'm also thinking every day. And if I do not make a video, I do not get energy. And after making video, when I go in my house, then also I think also I feel some energetic and energy boost in my body, all body and mind. So some students will come in my house, in my home, and I teach him regularly. So my dear friends, one thing is very nice and interesting things is now I've said to you another stories. These stories means sometimes last day also it's so I say three little pigs, which are story also when I start to speak this English language, then I start from here. So this is very nice. Once upon a time, so three little pigs. There are three little pigs, and three little pigs, and like that. So I will try to speak these are words like so you can see here some of windy cold wind is going on. So my dear friends, and now I'll say to you another words is like Sonu Monogon. Once there are three little pigs. Once upon a time there was three little pigs, and their name was Sonu Monogon. Like this also now. So Sonu lived in a house of straw, Monu lives in a house of sticks, and Gonu lives in a house of bricks. Lived, and they had. So Sonu had a little house. They had a little house, and Gonu lives in a bricks house. And what happened one day? Big Bad Wolf came, and Sonu's our house, and the big bad wolf was very thirsty. The big bad wolf said to them, "Oh, son, open the door now. So I'm very thirsty, and I want to eat you. And now open. Then if you do not open door, and I will blow your house down. So I will blow your house down." Then so and the big bad wolf and blew so hard with his blew and blew, but the Sonu's house blew the house down. Sonu's house. Down by the blew, and what am the big bad wolf? But he couldn't catch the Sonu, and Sonu ran to the Monu's house, and after big bad wolf also was there, and the big bad wolf said to, "Hey Mono, open the door, and if you don't open, and I will blow your house down." So and Sonu and Mono, they were very afraid in their room, but how they live from here, but they were very fear, and the fairness is coming in their minds also. Now Big Bad Wolf blew hard, and Big Bad Wolf blew the house down. But Sono Mono ran into the Gonu's house. There also Gonu's house built. Gonu's house was built, and another where so the Big Bad Wolf went there, but also he couldn't blow the Gonu's house. Then after a few times later, the Gonu went from here. So Gonu went out from here. Gonu went away. So English language also you can think think. And with this now, another things also now I am find out there. So another things, when you will start to say these words, when you start to speak these words, everything you can say like me, and some simple words, simple sentence, you just try to speak with you. Like also I said here, simple, so not to the hard sentences. I also say to everything like this. Speaking skill is another skill, and writing skill is another skill. Like so, today I will discuss now some of words, some of things. It is means also LSRW. LSRW means listening, speaking, reading, writing. LSR is very important for our English language. If you know these words, these sentences, L means listening, and S means speaking, and reading, writing. LSR. R means reading, W means writing. You like this LSRW, and also I'll join here. Think T also very important. LSRW and T. And one of these words, how do you say any kinds of story? First you think and you try to speak with your brain, with your mind, and how it will respond to you. It is depends on like only on you. No, only on you. Nobody will say to you, you cannot say like that, you cannot say like this, you cannot say like it. Everything is depends on you. On you. I also when I start to speak, then so I notice these things is very important things, very important words. Anything like so English language, like so one of things also now I am searching one of things like so I after when I read this story, I also can speak. I could speak these stories easily, but nowadays also I couldn't study this story. But also there was I also getting some of problems coming in my. So water is coming, rain is coming. Just also I have to do. Rain is coming here, so I am so. This sound also coming in my ear. So my dear friends, every time you just okay, now I will leave my video and I will again start. Okay, bye, goodbye. So my dear friends, then I said also goodbye, but not here, so I'm going to leave it together. So my opinion is that here we cannot think like so. Sometimes also I saw here some of orange color, but now I am so observing here. It is not this color is not after like this behind the that's behind this some what is this how can I explain these words? So it is not on this bridge. One of the red signals I have seen. That's why I think some of person so some of person are sitting here. So these things is when I start to speak, then which are sentences will come in your mind, which are sentences will come in your mind, but you don't understand. But now so I am thinking, I am so observing, I am so watching this video. So now so I am also feeling this video while I stayed here, so observing here. It's not then not just what. One thing is true now. I'll say to you, this is people hide the truth. The truth, luckily, truth does not care. Because of that, when some people will think, some of now, when some of students come and ask me, he wants to learn English language, then I get so lots of motivation. Because of that, their thinking is very high quality, and also thinking like him, and who will. And yesterday also one of my friends said. Like this one of this he is reading in class 8, and I said to him William, his father so said he can learn this language. Like this, so I say here English is your language also. I have some idea also doing every time doing this means how can I say easily, how can I think easily, how can I speak it easily only this thing. Like also when I start this English language, I also couldn't think nothing. But here is also you have to practice. When this practice for your innovation, this practice will help to you when you will do your work, and when you will go here and then when you will say to another person, then your mind will work, and when you will stuck here and there, so then you can use these words your speaking will help to you like this. So English language. So I also had gone to many places, but so I couldn't say nothing with my friends, all of you. Then so one of person, so he said he could say many things, but so then I couldn't speak nothing, and now also I am practicing, and I also doing practicing the hard way every day I come here in this place, and also I make video. After making video I go to my home, then I teach some of students, and some of students come in my house. So my dear friends, every time when you will do your work, then you will notice one thing. When you will do even work, just to carefully try to you read, but we cannot read this sentence. We read this our question and answer. In question and answer, we couldn't think nothing like that. So this is our already destroyed our brain. But I'll say to you, just you find out and you try to find your solution like this. So if you say and like so you read some anything, you try to read and you try to speak, you try to read and you try to speak, and you after some of three times, 4 times, 5 times you try to speak and speak, then your solution will come to in your mind. So after reading, if you do not try to this, how it will get out, every time. We also every person, and they try. After doing this practice, like also I am so saying, after doing this practice, our everything will get out from this trying help to us. Like then when we'll get out, then we'll relief like this. Also we get relief. Oh, now so I did this work comfortably. I did this work. I also find this solution like this. Also in our body and mind, everything also do work like what I am saying to you here. And also when I also do when I speak my English language, like also when I after coming here doing this practice, every time, every situation, I am making my video, and which way and what will be. Some people will say before, some people would say to me many things. Then also now they all are there couldn't say nothing to me, because of that. It is my own vision, and I said like this, talking to yourself, nobody will help to you, nobody will say to you, but because of when your mind will start to work, then you will understand everything what is going on into our mind is everything. Like also when like this some days ago, previous week also I had taken some of like this 2 or after regularly 2, 5, 6, 7 days also I had taken milk drinks at night, but my mind also felt, my mind also not work properly, my mind not work properly. Then I felt, oh hey, and what is the reason is that now. So I'm find out this reason is that is after before sleeping, and if I think something which was like this every day. Now so from today I will say to you, every day I will commitment to you, I will I do commitment to you. Every day I will do some of important things. How can I achieve like this my opinion, ideas? Every day I will try to find out any solution. Every day you try to find out your solution, and which kinds of solution you try to find out like this also. Now also solution is very very important. Also I am thinking, if I do not find out any solution, how it will come into my brain. So then after coming this solution, then I can speak, I can say comfortably, and what is the solution means also. Now also any kinds of story, any kinds of quotes also. First of all, when I start to speaking and start to when I started my speaking, then also many stories also I always try to find out this solution. Then I get lots of idea. These are, and every time I try to speak. Without speaking, I cannot eat. Like this also, like that I did lots of activities. But here also one of things in my mind, in your mind, which type of things is running. You don't know. You know, but you couldn't say to you. Because of that, these are incidents only you know. These are happening things you did. But also I'll say to you, my dear friends, you try to speak your own style, not to use and start the speaking styles. When we start to speak, then our speaking like that. We say some simple way, we use some of simple way, but also some when we read, when we write, then we get so lots of time with this. That's why I my and we also all time so we observe like also filmy and news, but it is not the here. And they after and they practicing, and they learn this language after born. Now so I just started this language for like this 45 years. When I was 45 years, then I started. Before I read, before I would read, before I would read, but I do not use it. And then what has happened? This is happening is that when you try to speak, then you will understand what is going on into your mind. Like also I will try to find out any solution every day. If I try out, if every day I try out a solution, then so I will get something new things will come to mind. So we will work. Like also now one of work also declaring in my mind like this discipline. Discipline, you have to build up your discipline. You have discipline makes us perfection. And one of the person also said practice makes perfect. Yes. And another person said perfect practice makes perfection. Perfect practice makes perfect person. And he also like that words. So before he said practice makes perfection. Yes, it is true, 100% true. Now another person in perfect practice makes perfection. Because of that, he knows, he would know this practice, and he also did like this. I also did like this. In our society, many people always they tried and tried, but they do not try to this. After trying out, if you do not try again and again, if you do not try again and again, you have to do. Then the repetition is your mother's skill. We know repetition is your mother's skill. Repetition, after repetition, everything will you will get out from your mind. Mind will work for us. So here is I found this today. So I said many things. Because of that, today this morning I didn't say yes, and some of yesterday. Before yesterday I couldn't think nothing, because of that I lost many things. I was lost many things. I was like so I'll say to you 6 months and 1 year. If I do not take jinx, and what will happen then? So I will get many things. Then so I will do many things. These things is very very important. Will be now. So I'm saying to you, my dear friends, every time you have to do something new things now. So from also I will do some. I will try to solution. I will try to solution topics. I will try to solution topics. If you do not do, if you do not try it, if you do not try find out the solution, how it will get solve out, how it will get solved out also using. So English language is so very interesting language. When we'll get, when we'll think, then thinking will work. Like also in our brain, many words also. I already stored it. Already stored many words. But if I couldn't use these words, it will go out from some of these letters. But I think also this is there is a, there is a reason and when and where I will apply. Because after going home, we couldn't understand, but also now every time I will try to solution. I try to like this. I will try to find. I will try to find a solution. Any kinds of topics, which topics I read. These topics will be very interesting. But which are like this also stories. And when I start these stories for reading, and then also I said like this, like that. That's where also I will say I will find out this solution. If I and everything will be easy now. Any technique also will use this technique, like also some carpenter how he work with these tools. And also nowadays also technical technically you can develop your you can do your work smartly. If you do not buy some of the tools, you cannot do your work properly. You cannot do your work and rightly and neatly and cleanly, and cleanliness won't come to minds. Also you need some tools. Now today's our internet, today's our technology so very high. Yesterday also one of this book also I read, technique and technology, how it is working in our society, how technology and how it is working in our society. So society is very big part, but in our countries we couldn't think like it. But have so many systematically, but we couldn't think anything. Because of that, one of person, so he is making video, and I'm also making video here. So who guys is observing to me, I'm saying to you, and like that. So he couldn't say nothing, and what to say, he's working like this. He also making some video, I'm also making video. But how here the response, how his response will work, but my response is not to work in on him. But he doesn't say nothing. He doesn't say nothing. It is the right. So my dear friends, every time when we will do some of work, then you will just understand why and what will be the next. So my not so solution, you try to find out book from your solution, how will you get answer, how will remove your solution, how will removing things, how will solve your solution. Like this also all time. So my solution is speaking. I always try to speak this solution, but getting knowledge is not the matter. You know many things, and what you are thinking I know. Which are what is coming into your brain, I know. Because of that, knowing is willing is not the enough for speaking. You have to learn, you have to speak. Without speaking you cannot say nothing. Also now I am just thinking. So my dear friends, every time you can say on your way, no matter. Reading is easy, story is easy, but also speaking is so very difficult. Because of that, reading style and speaking style is so different, we couldn't understand. Because of that, my today's morning also finished, and I will leave my video. So my dear friends, I'll say to you everyone, today is hard, tomorrow will be oats, but day after tomorrow will be sunshine. And to a great man, nothing is little, no good for others, it will come back unexpected way. Never ever do you busy, and everything will come to you. So my speaking is in here to inform. I'll set you. Bye bye.